Hey guys, Smiley's here, and before we get started with this battle, I just thought that I'd give a brief personal overview, tell you guys who I am, what I'm all about, how I got into Pokemon, and all that. So, first of all, my name is Sev. It stands for Severin, my middle name. It's not actually my first name, although it would be really cool if it was. And it's a unique name. I really like it. I've never really seen anyone with the name Sev or goes by Sev. If there were, you automatically have mass respect in my book. I am currently a freshman in college, started a few weeks ago, 18 years old, majoring in chemistry. As for how I got into Pokemon, to be honest, it was really just one of my friends has told me about it, and I was like, this is awesome. So I started battling competitively, and I was terrible. I didn't know how to predict, I didn't know how to make teams, I didn't know how to make anything work, I didn't know any of the tricks of the trade. So I was like, you know what? I suck. So let me watch what other people do for like 6 months until I know what I'm doing, and then start battling again. So that's what I did, and I got better. I found myself that I'm a decent battler, and yeah, obviously not as good as, battlers on YouTube, Spade, Wild Chase, NBC, all those guys. I know I'm not in their league. But yeah, that just if you're struggling battling, just watching professional battlers with some experience battle helps your game. Like you learn what they do, why they pick certain moves, why they have certain moves on certain Pokemon, and you just pick it up, and it's great. So about this team that I made, it was about it was like a team I made in 5 minutes. No real strategy. It's like let's just throw some stuff together. It was against my good friend captainjeraw, and since we know all our teams, we always have to make new teams before we battle, or we already know each other's teams. So, well, who gets the most crits? So, yeah. So let's just get into this battle, and I'm saying so a lot. Let's get started. He leads off with his Crustle, and I lead off with my Aerodactyl. Now I decide to go with Stone Edge first turn. Of course I miss, because, anything with less than 100 accuracy, I always miss. And he decides that he wants to try to get some damage on me too, so he goes for Rock Blast. Next turn we just both decide to get up rocks, and the third turn I decide to just go for Stone Edge again. And it brings him down to his Sturdy, which I honestly didn't think it would, but I guess Aerodactyl has a very high attack stat. And he decides to go for Spikes, which was a good play. He really didn't have any benefit from killing me off right then and there, because he could have just brought something in, like he did now, and just take me out. And the Spikes will help him more than finishing me off. So I'm kind of behind, so I ended up roosting, trying to salvage my Aerodactyl, but that didn't work out. So I was like, you know what, let's just get some damage on this Tangrowth, bring in Galvantula, try to threaten him out, and I do. And knowing that he won't want to lose this Tangrowth so early, I just decide to Volt Switch out of there. And that worked out perfectly. He brings in Primeape, and since I'm Specs, that does a ton of damage. Now I bring Cofagrigus, knowing that he can take any hit that Primeape deals, out, and he goes for Punishment, does about 40%, and I finish him off with Shadow Ball. Now what happens next is he brings in Typhlosion, and this is a max special defense Cofagrigus, but even then I thought that I would die to this Fire Blast, but I live. And that just threw me off guard because I was just kind of clicking a move, and I could have rested up and maybe salvaged this Cofagrigus for later, but he takes me out with a Fire Blast, and so I'm like, okay, he's Choice Scarfed. So I bring in Omastar, but nope, psych, here comes the Hidden Power Grass, taking out my Omastar, down for the count, and that prevents me from getting any layers of spikes or anything. So now knowing that he's not Scarfed though, I could bring in Sceptile and just go for the Focus Blast and take him out. Now he brings in Gardevoir here, and honest to God, I thought the Psychic was going to KO me. So I just kind of like click Leech Seed, thinking, oh, I'm just gonna die. I'll bring in Galvantula or something. But no, I live with 1%, and that actually turns out to matter because if I would have went for the Giga Drain, there was a chance that if he had to switch out and bring it back in, that Stealth Rocks would have killed him. So I bring in Bouffalant. It's really the only thing I could do right now, and decide I've already lost this game, so I'm just gonna go for head charges. And since it's Bandit, it's gonna be able to take out Tangrowth because Bandit Bouffalant just runs train on everything. And he brings in for Alligator, trying to take me out with Waterfall. It doesn't actually take me out, but the head charge recoil will. And Gardevoir comes back in, and Galvantula gets taken out by Psychic. Unfortunately, that last move didn't get recorded, or I edited it out or something. I don't know what happened to it. So, yeah, that's a good game. There a 1-0 victory on his end. And, yeah, so that's it. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating. Comment with any opinions, suggestions on how I could improve my battles, or the team, or something. And subscribe if you enjoyed my content. So that's it, and I will see you later, guys. Peace out.